Welcome to StoryNews English, where world events meet English learning. Today, we're diving into a story that's shaping our future: why America can't beat China's economy. Is the United States truly losing its economic edge? Or is there more to the story than headlines reveal? Let's get started. What if I told you that in less than 40 years, one country could rise from rice fields to the second largest economy on Earth, and that even the United States can't stop it? This is not science fiction. This is the story of China's unstoppable economic rise. From the crowded streets of Shanghai to the farmlands of rural Anhui, the transformation has been breathtaking. But behind the skyscrapers and bullet trains lies a deeper truth. America is struggling to compete. Why? The answer will take us from boardrooms in New York to factories in Guangdong, and it might change the way you see the future of global power. In 1978, China's GDP was just $149 billion smaller than the economy of Spain. Today, it is over $17 trillion and still growing faster than the US. This leap began when Deng Xiaoping opened China's markets to foreign investment and trade. Factories sprang up, producing everything from toys to electronics, and the world's biggest corporations rushed in to take advantage of cheap labor. By the early 2000s, China had become the factory of the world, exporting goods to every corner of the planet. In contrast, America's manufacturing sector shrank. Millions of jobs moved overseas, and the US economy shifted toward services, finance, and technology. While America remained richer per person, China's sheer size gave it an edge in total output. But this was only the beginning. What came next would shock even the most confident economists. In the last decade, China poured billions into technology: artificial intelligence, 5G networks, electric vehicles, and space exploration. Companies like Huawei, BYD, and Tencent emerged as global competitors. Suddenly, the West was no longer the only place for innovation. The US responded with tariffs, sanctions, and restrictions, especially against Chinese tech firms. But these moves had mixed results. Some companies suffered. Others adapted quickly by building domestic supply chains and finding new markets in Asia, Africa, and Latin America. By 2022, China had more patents filed than the US, and its scientists were publishing more research papers in key fields. This wasn't just catching up, it was overtaking in certain areas. In Washington, politicians warned of a Sputnik moment, a race for technological dominance. Yet, many American corporations still relied on China for production and sales. The competition is now global. Through the Belt and Road Initiative, China has invested in infrastructure projects across 150 countries: ports, railways, power plants. These projects not only open trade routes, but also deepen China's political influence. Meanwhile, America is grappling with internal challenges: political polarization, rising inequality, and an aging infrastructure that struggles to keep pace with modern demands. For many nations, China is now their largest trading partner. This means they have strong incentives to align with Beijing's economic policies, sometimes even at the expense of US interests. The result? The US finds it harder to build coalitions to counter China's influence. And every year, the gap in certain sectors, from renewable energy to consumer electronics, grows narrower. This is not a story of one side winning and the other losing. It's a story of adaptation. America still leads in military power, finance, and certain cutting-edge technologies. But China's rise forces the world to rethink what economic strength really means. Some see it as a threat, others as an opportunity for cooperation on global challenges like climate change and public health. So, why can't America beat China's economy? Because this is no longer a race on a single track. It's a complex game of speed, strategy, and global influence, and the finish line keeps moving. China is playing to win not just by running faster, but by changing the rules of the race. They invest in massive infrastructure projects abroad, create new trade alliances, and develop technologies that shape tomorrow's industries. While America debates its next move, China is building the board on which the game will be played. And America? It now faces a choice as old as history itself. Do you compete head-on, risking confrontation? Do you cooperate, risking influence? Or do you try to balance both, walking a tightrope where one misstep could reshape the world? History offers us clues. When Britain and Germany clashed economically before World War I, the rivalry spilled beyond markets. It changed the global order. When the US overtook Britain in the mid-20th century, the baton was passed through both competition and cooperation. And today, as these two modern giants stand eye to eye, the decisions they make will echo across every continent, influencing the price of your groceries, the job market in your city, and even the technology you use every day. We often think of economic dominance as the ultimate prize. But maybe the rules are changing. Maybe in an interconnected world, power isn't just about being the biggest. It's about being the most connected, the most innovative, and the most resilient. So here's the real question. Is economic dominance still the key to global leadership, or has the game itself changed? Because if the 21st century has taught us anything, it's that money, politics, and technology are now threads of the same fabric. Pull one, and the others shift. And that brings us to you. Yes, you sitting here, listening to this story. The world's future is not only written in government halls or corporate boardrooms. It's shaped by what we understand, by the choices we make, by the voices we amplify. But the most surprising impact of all is on the American people themselves. If you enjoyed this journey through history, politics, and economics, subscribe for more stories that sharpen your English and expand your mind. The world is changing fast. Let's understand it together. Thank you for watching the video. I wish you good health, happiness, and prosperity.